Hello, this is the language autobiography assignment, and I'm going to go over a couple questions. The first one is, where are you from? Where have you lived? Who have you lived with? And what is your education like? So I've been here in Richmond, Kentucky my whole life. I live with my parents and my siblings and my dog. My education has been good throughout my life. My mom's a teacher, so she stayed on top of that. Even if I was in her classroom, she'd make sure we were learning. And then I've had passed along with my clinical teacher on how to become a teacher. The social details that I have influenced my language today because I think I can talk about certain topics. I focus a lot of my language and time on education and when I'm learning in class. I don't feel that my family has affected my education at all. I know that growing up here in Kentucky has affected what I sound like in my sentences along with other people that don't live here in Kentucky. How is your language reflected on the content of schooling or in popular media? My language has reflected my schooling because when I become a teacher, I have to be pretty precise on my words. When I'm teaching the students language and grammar, so I don't need to mess my words up and confuse the students. I know that when I struggle sometimes when I present, my sentences don't come out how I want them to because I stutter. That's different than if I'm talking to my friend. My sentences flow better. Also, when I present, I say hum and like a lot. In my sentences, and I normally wouldn't do that in a normal conversation. Social media has changed the language today for sure. The words now that we say in social media, like bruh or BTW mentions by the way, BRB, it's be right back, and more. I will put these words and phrases in my language by mouth or a lot by texting. So those type of words come from when we text too. What beliefs and or values do you hold about language, and whose language do you admire and whose language is hard for you to listen to and why? So values that I hold about language are having it for economic success. In the teaching world, the teachers have to have good language. We need to sound correct in language so the students learn to talk the right way, especially elementary school. Language that I admire is my family's because we communicate very easily to each other. The language that's hard for me to listen to are other languages besides English. Different English accents, like people that are trying to learn English, is hard to understand. And rap and fast talking is hard for me to understand. The people that are just learning English is more of their identity and where they came from. So if they're trying to learn it, it's because they haven't learned it before. So that's just a couple things about me for language autobiography.